Before all that happened with Kang Ji-hyung, let's go back a bit to focus on his mother. Right at the moment she wakes up, someone asks if she is already conscious, and it is Lee Yumin who wants to know. The boy's mother asks where she is, and the curator responds that she is in the Hunters Association, informing her that they must evacuate first. It is then decided to move to the annex bunker beneath the building. However, during the journey, a hallway collapse separates the women. It is at that moment when Ji-hyung finds his mother. After the encounter, and the woman fainting due to the shocking appearance of her son, she wakes up frightened. Yumin informs her that they are in the annex bunker, but the woman begins to deny it repeatedly, insisting that what is happening cannot be true. Finally, she concludes that the monster she saw is not her son. However, Yumin confirms it is him, showing on a screen Kang Ji-hyung, 23 years old. She explains that he fell into the red portal by accident and managed to escape, although transformed into a monster. Since then, he has been fighting alongside hunters worldwide to stop the advance of the red portal, and also with the goal of saving. She continues looking at her son. We then return to the moment he was dragged back into the portal. The young man quickly wakes up in another place, more precisely in his home, but in the past. He wonders if he has really returned and runs to his mother to tell her. It is then that the woman turns around with a different appearance, asking if he has truly returned. However, it all turns out to be just an illusion of the young man, who, by the way, managed to hold on. Already partly inside, he begins to transform. He screams in pain as his body begins to change, accompanied by the suffering of the pain he feels. This makes him hallucinate, specifically with his mother, and he asks if she is okay. The woman responds that yes, everything is fine. However, the boy insists, saying that because of him, his father, before he can finish speaking, his mother calls him by name and, somewhat nervously, asks him to smile. That is the end of his memory, as he begins laughing uncontrollably while his transformation progresses. Finally, he starts coming out of the portal, something that sparks the curiosity of the other hunter. However, this one cannot react, as he is quickly kicked by Ji-hyung, who was already fully transformed. At that moment, Ji-hyung thinks that, once again, he has acted like an idiot, and that he must go see his mother. But before doing so, he jumps at the hunter and asks why he did it, ready to bite his face. However, the hunter manages to distance himself just before the monster almost tears off a piece of his face. But that does not stop him, as he quickly lunges for the attack, about to sink his claws into him. At that moment, it is revealed that in China, they are talking about the monster that is on a completely different level and has reached the United States to face it. A being with a peculiar appearance questions whether they can really win, while China's second SSS-ranked hunter, Lun Jue, responds incredulously. She wonders if he truly believes her brother will be defeated. It is then explained that in China, they will quickly resolve the portal crisis thanks to their overwhelming population of hunters. In the past, hunters from multiple guilds outside state control came together to welcome a new era. However, that promising start ended in disaster, as in the end, all were eliminated. All of that was thanks to two people. Lun Jue comments that her brother eliminated them all and that now he will revive them to turn them into slaves. She curiously asks if that is the way they will unify China, to which her brother, in fact, they succeeded, as they soon managed to unify China. This was possible thanks to her brother, whose strength surpassed all common sense. By the way, that person was facing the bone monster that attacked him. The hunter mentions that he had heard rumors about someone extremely strong and that it would be fun to face him. That man was Lun Juguang, an SSS-ranked hunter. However, Ji-hyung was enraged. After cursing him, he broke his weapons and with a defiant look, asked him if he thought it was a fun for cutting off his head.
And with that, we've reached the end of this week's chapter. If you made it all the way to the end, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this chapter in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe so our community can keep growing and we can reach more fans like you. See you in the next video. In the meantime, if you're from the near future, I'll leave you the next chapter and a comic you're sure to enjoy. Thank you for being part of this adventure.